There may be information that they are bragging about. I don't mean it in a bad way, but the problem they want to solve. So this is where your experiences come to play. Your courses you did. Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I'm Esi Segua. I'm an international student here in Europe, currently pursuing a master's in applied eco-hydrology. So if you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. And so as you could tell from the title, so I'm going to be sharing some tips on how to write a motivation letter for winning an Erasmus Mundus Scholarship, because that's what I got. And so this video is going to be in two parts. At first, I was just going to read my motivation letter to you guys, but I thought about it and I'll be sharing some tips as well, because if I just read my motivation letter to you without sharing how I did mine, then there isn't going to be much of a use just reading my motivation letter. So I will be sharing or reading out my motivation letter after this video, so stay tuned. And just to give a disclaimer, I'm not an expert when it comes to writing motivation letters, but these are just some tips which I used that helped me to gain the scholarship and got me here. So let's just jump straight into the video. I'm just going to be reading from my laptop because I don't want to miss out on any relevant information to share to you guys. And I put down 10 major tips, even though and there will be stuff and I'll be talking and explaining about it. I just put them in this category. So there may be more, but these are the major 10 things which I think you should consider when writing a motivational letter, especially for an Erasmus Mundus Scholarship. So the first tip is to do a lot of research. When I say research, I know you've heard about it so many times. I probably even said it in my step-to-step application process for the scholarship, but it's very, very key to know about the program that you want to apply for. Go into their program website. You will see so many information there. There may be information that they are bragging about. I don't mean it in a bad way, but it's something that they are really proud about. So they keep mentioning it. It's something that you should read about. Maybe they have goals they want to achieve at the end of their program. The models of the program that you're going to study, you should research into that, and then you find information. And these are all things that are going to help you piece into your motivation letter. So that is my first tip when it comes to writing a motivational letter. So the next tip which I wrote here was getting an outline for your motivational letter. For me, I saw so many arrangements when it comes to motivational letters, but I arranged it in a way for my motivational letter to flow like a story form. So you could rearrange this to fit how you think is best, because everybody and how they put together their letters. But I started with an introduction, which everybody knows about. Some people, they start with a problem they want to solve. Some people, they have academic experiences or academic journeys that they want to top up, and they want to start with that as their introduction. And another thing under the outline was why are you applying for that program? So this was the second outline which I made, which you're going to find out when I read about my motivational letter. But you should know why you're applying for this program. This is where all the research I was talking about comes to play. So when you've researched into the school, into the program, then you know what to put into this section of the outline. So maybe the courses they are doing is something you're interested in, or maybe their campuses, the lectures, the research, their reputation, all these things are things you could put another section of the outline. And the third part of the outline is, what is the program going to do for you? So as I mentioned, if it's a problem you are trying to solve, so you state, oh, maybe this program has so courses that are going to help you solve this problem that you want to solve. Or it could be that maybe you want to top up on your research experience, as I mentioned, So you want this program to do this for you. You get me? And then here you could also add something like, maybe you're also interested in extracurricular activities. So you're coming to Europe, right? And obviously the culture is something that is like really, really interesting. So you could mention something about the culture, maybe the multicultural backgrounds of people you're going to meet when you study under the Erasmus program. Maybe the language, which is very important, because one thing I've realized is with Erasmus, since you're going to at least 2 countries and you're learning different languages, it's something that you could also put in there. And maybe the cuisine, architecture, which are things that Europe is actually really known about or known for. Another thing you could also put under this outline is what you have that should make them select you. So this is where your experiences come to play, your courses you did in school comes to play, and maybe your internship that you think is really relevant to the program that you are applying for. Maybe you have a publication, but please make sure that you don't repeat exactly what is in your CV. I'm just putting this out there. It should not be the exact same thing in your CV. And you could also add the long-term goals. So after the master's program, where do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself using the skills and then the knowledge you've obtained from this program? Where do you see yourself using those skills? Like, what problems do you see yourself in the future solving with those skills or the knowledge that you obtained from the program? So that is the outline I did when I was writing for my motivation letter for this program. And I think it helped because like then you know that you have like this paragraph to focus on, you know that you have this paragraph to also focus on, and then you know that it's going to contain every information that you want to present. Okay, so I think I've already mentioned tip number 3, which is don't repeat what's on your CV. Can you imagine like they go and read your CV and then they are reading your motivational letter and it's literally the same thing? So just try and maybe you emphasize on something that you think is really key. Maybe you stated you did a publication in your CV, which is fine, but maybe that CV was not like emphasized fully when it comes to your CV. So you explain and but like really briefly, but straight to the point, because you're trying to convey an information to them, and it should be something that is really relevant. You don't just like because you have like so many research experiences, you just like try to put them all into your CV. As you know, you're working with a limit. And tip 4 is that you should take your time in writing your SOP or your motivational letter. So with this, I keep telling people or my friends that when you're writing, you shouldn't rush when you're writing for your motivation letter, because there are sometimes it's not about who gets to submit their motivation letter early. It's about your content. So far as you've been given a deadline, you should just work within that deadline and write a really good motivational letter. So don't rush, just take your time, do your research, and put in as much effort as, because like you're not the only one writing, there are so many people writing. So imagine you rush and then maybe later on you come and think that there's something that you could have added that maybe you forgot. So just take your time and then you write. And mind you, my tips are not really arranged like in an order. I just put them together in a way that I could remember. So yeah. My 5th tip was to make an overall motivational letter or statement of purpose. So for me, I had created or typed like a really big motivational letter or statement of purpose, in the sense that I had put down like relevant experiences which I like was like important to me, maybe research I've done over my 4 years in school, after school, internships, like research projects, all these things, I put them there. But it doesn't mean that is the one I used for the motivational letter. But you see, when you have all your information there, and then they're asking you for like specific information, which is already jotted down, then it makes it easier for you to just go here and then you pick it and then you just rewrite it, rephrase it, and you can work with what they asked you for or what they are looking for. So that's my fifth tip. And my sixth tip is to check for grammatic errors or spelling mistakes. You may think that it's not that important, but it really is. Like, because this is like a master's program, so they are assuming that you had taken your time and gone through this like really well. So there are some petty mistakes that you shouldn't be making. So now there are so many apps that helps to check for errors and like grammatic error. For me, I was just using Grammarly. So you could just install it into your Word, and then like it helps to check some grammatic error. But sometimes you should still be sure, because I think sometimes the word you're trying to type is different from what they are trying to type. But mostly Grammarly is like really effective when it comes to checking for errors or grammatic like mistakes. Okay, the seventh tip is you shouldn't make a generalized motivational letter. And I mean a generalized motivational letter, I'm talking about you just writing like something that doesn't talk about the school at all. It doesn't talk about anything specific about the program that you want to do. Like there are some SOPs you read, and then maybe they're like, oh, I want to come to your institution because of your reputation, high reputation, like I've heard of your good research. They're all good, yes. But if you don't say anything specific about the school, about the course you want to do, about how that course or that program is going to help you, then it seems like it's like a motivational letter you could use to apply for any other program. So then it doesn't make it like really top notch, and it doesn't make it specific to what you want to apply for. So the eighth tip is please don't try and sort out sympathy when you are writing a motivational letter or a statement of purpose. So I know that there are some people, a lot of people who were having financial problems back at home, or they still are, or maybe they're coming from a poorly developed country, and then maybe you want to use it as an example to try and sympathize, so that they sympathize with you, so that like they pick you for their program because, oh, you need the financial support because you can't pay, or you see those kind of things. It's not that necessary. Don't capitalize on like your finances or the fact that you're from a poor background. Just go straight to the point, because a lot of people who are applying for this program are actually from like developing countries that have a lot of issues. So don't capitalize on that. Besides, you don't even have like a lot of space for you to like put in like a lot of irrelevant information. So just get straight to the point. You have this research, or you want to top up, you have this because of this, they should pick you. You have research experience in this, you have skills in this. You get me? Okay. And the ninth tip I have here is to focus on the limitation, like the limit that was given to you. Some programs, they give you word limit or character limit. Some too, they give you the number of pages you shouldn't exceed. Even some, they give you font and spacing. So please check. And also another thing is there's a difference between word limit and character limit. Those two are different. Characters means they are counting every single letter in like the word you type plus the spacing mostly. And then the word limit it's being counted per word. I think still there are lots of people who have like a lot of trouble when it comes to that, because I think I also did in the beginning. So I just want to clarify the difference. And my last tip is to get someone to help review your motivational letter or statement of purpose, because like it's really like hard when you're under pressure. There are so many things you don't get to see. So you should get someone who maybe has gotten like maybe the scholarship before, is good with writing. Like get someone to read, because there are some things they will see that you will not see in the heat of pressure. So it's very good to get someone to check on all these for you. So yeah, this is just a summary of the tips I have when it comes to writing motivational letter. And honestly, I hope it helps you when you are also writing yours, because it's really stressful, like trying to put together all your information or all your ideas down when you don't know what you are doing. So I'm going to be reading out my motivational letter after this, as I mentioned earlier in the video. So if you stay tuned till this time, I just want to say thanks for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.